So I love what you're bringing up as far as, have you ever burned out before? And the reason I love this question is because just over the last 4 years, I have found out that I have had anxiety or anxiety attacks. So pretty much my whole life, I was the type of person that was like anxiety, machinery, like not a thing. Grow up, put your big girl pants on, and let's just keep moving. Meanwhile, I'm having full blown out like anxiety panic attacks, like on the floor, bawling, screaming, can't freaking breathe, but like not putting it together. Had no idea until literally this is something that went on for probably 8 to 10 years. Didn't even know what it was. I just thought I was like crying. I don't know. Now realizing having to stop on the side of the road because I couldn't breathe, that's an anxiety attack. Like I didn't know that, right? So I would love to start out by you just kind of telling us, how do we know if we're even at a point where we need to be speaking to someone like you? Because we don't always know, we don't always make the connection. So what are some things that we should be looking at our own life where maybe we're reaching close to one, or maybe we are in one?
One of the reasons why this is such a great question is because what happens is when we're in it, we're using all of our coping mechanisms that help insulate us from even seeing that we're in it. So often it's the outside world telling you. And it doesn't even have to be burnout. It could be a stressful situation. It could be a situation that doesn't actually support you. It's not functional. It's abusive. Maybe we don't know. So burnout is prolonged stress or frustration. And there's different ways to define it in the literature, but that is basically what it boils down to. What I have discovered is it's a spiritual evolution. Is your soul went and evolved, and then your life did not keep up with it. And what you're describing has some elements of that. So how do you know? It's like, okay, that's a great story. How would I ever know that? The easiest way is to look at, is what used to work for you not working anymore? That's one way, like, oh, well, I used to just, go for a run and that would manage my stress and everything settled down. Well, it's not working anymore. It's like you're being called into something different, removing things out of your life, which is often for people who want to make an impact. We have a tendency to take too much responsibility, take responsibility that isn't ours. Like, oh, I'll help you with that. I'll pick up the slack. And then we hop, right onto the drama triangle, and now we have trouble.
Yeah.
And then the things that we don't realize we're doing is we use the old crutches that used to help us. Like, I don't know how you would characterize it, but when I heard your story, it was almost as if you were denying what was happening and bullying yourself to like push through.
Yeah.
Well, you push through too much and you'll push right on through to burnout. Give me a call. But usually we can see symptoms of problems, but I am inviting people not to wait till there's a big problem. It's like we don't have to wait until, oh, I'm on the verge of a disaster or everything's already failed. Obviously, get support, but get support at any point. It's much easier to get things moving in the direction you want it when things are going relatively well. Get the support you require and ensure that your needs are getting met. Because okay, little mini tutorial. Stress is any perceived challenge to normal balance. It can be real, it can be imagined, it can be remembered, it can be anticipated. That's all stress is a perceived challenge to normal balance. Prolonged stress, chronic stress, is an indication that your needs are not getting met. Because you don't want to bubble wrap yourself so that you never experience stress, because then you'll never build resilience. You won't be participating in the world. But the idea is you have stress and then you just rebalance from it. Oh, there's a new stress. And stress can be, oh no, I've got 3 unexpected new clients. That's a lovely stress, but it's still a stress. Stress could be exercise. That's a stress. Like, oh, this wonderful thing happened, this horrible thing happened. But the idea is then you just come back into balance. But when it keeps going on, it's your indication that your needs are not getting met. So it's just a matter of